In Hogwarts Legacy, you will have the choice of what kind of witch or wizard you want to be. And if you're wanting to be a resourceful, determined, and cunning sorcerer, then Slytherin could very well be the house for you. Firstly, let's jump into our main Slytherin companion in-game, being Sebastian Sallow. The fellow 5th year will accompany our character in a handful of quests and classes, from defense against the dark arts to helping us sneak into the restricted section of the library. Sadly, Sebastian's sister Anne suffers from a mysterious debilitating illness. He is adamant that the cure to her sickness is found within the dark arts, and of course he is more than willing to use this magic if it can help his sister. Slytherin is also the house of a handful of professors that we will get to know in Hogwarts Legacy, including Professor Abraham Ronan, who is the teacher of charms. He is joyful and lighthearted and a favourite amongst students at Hogwarts. His classes often incorporate gameplay, including Summoner's Court, which is a mini game where we will be able to practice our summoning charms, such as Accio. Another Slytherin professor is none other than Aesop Sharp. Previously having worked as an aura for the Ministry of Magic, he was forced to retire early due to sustaining a severe injury in the line of duty. Instead of letting his skills go to waste, he saw an opportunity to share his knowledge and experience with the next generation of witches and wizards by teaching at Hogwarts. He will be our potions master, and although he is known for being gruff and keenly acute, he does take genuine pride in students who excel in his class. Professor Sharp shares many similarities to another Slytherin professor who we are all familiar with, being Severus Snape, who was also potions master before taking the role of headmaster. In fact, Severus Snape was the latest Slytherin headmaster since Phineas Nigellus Black, who is commonly regarded as one of the worst headmasters Hogwarts has ever seen. He is said to have only accepted the position due to the prestige associated with it. Now, one of the more notable things about choosing Slytherin would be the common room, which is located in the dungeons. In general, it sported several shades of green, and its mantle was adorned with a portrait of a serpent, reflecting the house animal. Slytherin's common room might have one of the coolest entrances, and like most, it requires a password to enter. In Hogwarts Legacy, we will be able to peer out into the dark lake from the common room, and perhaps if we are lucky, we might even see some creatures of the deep, such as merpeople and possibly even the giant squid. Some traits and characteristics of Slytherins include ambition, resourcefulness, and determination. Salazar Slytherin, the founder of the house, favoured purebloods, and this was a factor that the Sorting Hat took into account when placing students. Slytherins tend to take charge and possess strong leadership skills. They are often self-assured and confident in their own competence. And of course, some of the darkest witches and wizards came out of Slytherin. None more evil than Tom Riddle, or rather Voldemort. The darkest wizard of all time was a direct descendant of Salazar Slytherin. Majority of the Death Eaters that followed Voldemort were also Slytherins, including the likes of Bellatrix Lestrange and the Malfoy family. We can't ignore the fact that Merlin himself was actually a Slytherin. Being one of the most famous wizards of all time, Merlin has left his stamp on the wizarding world, and is responsible for the popular saying, Merlin's beard. More importantly, he has left behind a handful of puzzles for our characters to complete during our journey at Hogwarts. Now, hopefully this has given you a better insight into the House of Slytherin and whether or not it's the right fit for you. But if you're still undecided, click this video here where I go into Gryffindor and why it could be the best house to choose in Hogwarts Legacy. See you in the next video.